Us has made a home too, either by some people bringing them to us or whatever. But we don't put into caution how those people get to us. And many of us maltreat these people we speak about. That is very bad. My name is Akindele Egbuwalo. I'm a public administrator, CEO of Oil Africa Nigeria Limited, and a concern Nigeria. I picked to speak on this topic because of my experience moving around. And that topic today will be child trafficking in Nigeria, a national crisis. Child trafficking is illegal transportation of children for the purpose of forced labor and sexual exploitation and others. It is a very big case that has to be tackled in every country. But when we look at the context of child trafficking in Nigeria, it seems most of our law enforcement agents doesn't even know what to do with child trafficking. Because when offenders are arrested and treated with gloved hands, they tend to return to that offense. And most people who are involved in child trafficking have seen it as a business, a measure to make money. Thereby, they move around to look for a way to settle themselves even if they are caught. So the culprit enjoy doing it because the law enforcement agents are part of it. And may I also tell you that parents in Nigeria, a lot of parents are involved in child trafficking, either directly or indirectly. Some parents force their children into child labor by way of trafficking. Some force their children into sex exploitation by way of trafficking, expecting that these children will bring back to them benefits. We have agencies in Nigeria that are in charge of prohibition of child trafficking. Yet they are not doing what they are supposed to do. In 2024, it may interest you that only 693 cases of trafficking were investigated by NAPTIP, National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Person. But the Women Consortium of Nigeria recorded that 12 million Nigerian children were trafficked, of which 80% were for sex exploitation. This calls for concern. And if we don't do what is necessary on time, the rate at which children will be trafficked into and outside Nigeria will be unbearable. Because Nigeria has been seen as a source and as a destination for child trafficking. You see a lot of people, they come from various neighboring countries to come to Nigeria. They do forced begging. You see a lot of people, they are exported out of Nigeria to neighboring countries like Mali, Niger, and others for sex exploitation. These are concerns, and it should be the concern of every Nigerian. When you travel across the border of Nigeria, and you are fortunate to have stopover somewhere, you will discover that there are some people going into child labor on their own. They are happy because they are ignorant of what they are doing. Some of them are being sponsored by their parents. Some of them sponsored themselves because they are looking for greener pasture. Okay. Conclusion. I want to say that child trafficking is a serious humanitarian crisis that needs both local and international forces to curb. And I will recommend that the Nigerian government should strengthen the law enforcement agencies, the immigration, the police, the judge, to know more about child trafficking and what the offenders should face. The Child Right Act of 2023 should be enacted and be put into use so that the culprit may be punished accordingly. Thank you very much. My name is Akindele Egbualo.